not bulletproof. Let's talk to Kara and Eric.
We are coming up towards the end of the fourth round here for the playoff portion, and that means that a hard stop will be in effect in about half an hour. The tables haven't changed an enormous amount since the last time we talked to you. Things have kind of slowed down a little bit. We still have the three-handed table with Ben Donnelly. He still has a huge stack, although it's slightly smaller than it was just a few minutes ago. So they're moving a little slower. So, one of the things that, helps us keep moving more quickly is the shot clock. So how have the players been dealing with that?
It's pretty fascinating. We had a few hiccups at first. Our dealers are doing an amazing job. They're the ones in charge of the shot clock, which I don't know if it's ever been done before,
Right.
but they're doing a great job. We have technology that helps us a lot, screens all over the area. To be honest, Kara, it's not been an issue. And the players, there's only been a couple of time banks. I think when tomorrow comes, the 6 max, you might see more time banks used, but it's really not been an issue. And a few players, actually, Bryn Kenny mentioned that 30 seconds is actually a long time. And it's almost like the players are starting to discover this, that when you actually do look at the screen and take 30 seconds for a decision, it's taken a while. So could this tournament be, this competition be the revolution that poker's been waiting for? And, maybe the 30-second shot clock goes everywhere. And it's really not been an issue. I think if you can allow players maybe to have a few time banks in longer tournaments. I'm no director. I don't know how many you would give and how that would work. But it just seems in this format, it makes sense. And to be honest, you'd think that in these situations, they might need more time to think, because they're not only thinking of their stacks, they're thinking of their partner stacks and the chips that are in play and who they're against. We're seeing a lot of strategy. The U.S. seem to be very aggressive against the players to their left, which are Ukrainian, knowing that the Ukraine needs those points. So it's amazing. And obviously we do have the best players in the world. They're not, not that I'm in your category.
No. I'll take that. I'll take that.
But you know what I mean? Like, they are the best players, so they can make that quick decision.
Yeah.
But at the same time, every decision they make does impact, just like an amateur playing a World Series event for the first time. So who knows? Maybe it is the future of poker. Maybe it's here to stay, but it really is not even making for fun. It's just happening, and players are making their way through it. They've adjusted, and the dealers are doing great, and so far so good. But again, I think tomorrow things might turn around, and maybe even later on tonight when the Ukraine, the UK, when they're short in points, every decision will really matter at that point.
I've seen a situation before in a tournament kind of like this, where players will carry a piece of paper with them, and they'll start noting down the points and who needs to get what and who needs to not get any points in order for their team to go forward. So as you say, at that point, it really does become a little more complicated. A little more time might be necessary, but as of now, I mean, we've got an incredible caliber of player here, and so obviously they're not taking their entire time. It might be a little different if we were looking at amateur players. So.
Sure.
Okay.
Tons of communication between the players, by the way.
True.
The Russians are just communicating every single hand, just making sure what's going on. You see it, the fun English only at the table is in effect when the hand is going on, but we are allowing a little bit more liberties with the players when the hands aren't going on, so that they do know where their partners are standing, and hopefully they're more comfortable in their own languages. And during some of the timeouts, the group timeouts tomorrow, they'll be speaking their own language, which will make for fun things as well. We'll have to decipher what that means, so it should make for a fun Sunday.
Yeah, I think I can help with the Italian. You can obviously help with the French. But Ukrainian and Russian,
we have Max.
Right. Oh, good.
Our
Okay,
good.
good.
So
we're sorted. We can tell you guys all that's happening in those little meetings. But for now, we do have about half an hour left in this matchup. So let's go back to the commentators for more action.
Jesse May, I'm nearly fluent in Canadian. I can pretty much understand everything they're saying. So if they need help with that tomorrow, I'm your man.